Okay, I think we are officially live. Hi guys, I know you may have seen me going live yesterday from Vegas, but through the magic of air travel, I flew overnight and arrived back in Greensboro this morning. And as I promised, we would be here today talking about a very special cause, something that's near and dear to us here at All Pets Considered, which is pets and their people. And we always are looking for ways that we can improve our community and our community of animals and the care that animals receive in our community. So any way we can participate in that, we always dive head on into that. And this is another good example of how something just kind of snowballed, right?
Yes.
What was a simple email from Jessica. This is Jessica. Introduce yourself and talk a little bit about what organization you're with. Okay.
Hey, I'm Jessica Littleton. I'm with Partners Ending Homelessness. I'm a street outreach case manager.
So Jessica reached out to me in late spring, asking if I had any ability to donate some supplies for homeless individuals in our community that had pets, specifically seeking things like food and kitty litter and things like that are necessities for individuals who have pets, and even more so necessities for people who have pets out on the streets that can't necessarily afford those items. And so she was coming to me hoping that we could just get some donations.
And I was looking for anything.
And I said, I can give donations. I can give donations all day long. But I think that there's something bigger here, that we need to maybe tie in some more organizations in our community and see what else we can do to really support these individuals. Because after really talking to you and learning about the individuals who had homelessness and pets, I really began to learn the idea was to keep these animals with their people. So let's talk a little bit about why that is important.
Okay. Why it's really important is because we see a lot with our clients that they do have animals. And with a lot of them, that is the one thing that they have to provide support for them, to have that interaction, to have a little bit of normalcy in their life. Because it does help them, give them a routine. Because every day they got to get out, they got to walk them, they got to find food. And one thing we see a lot is our clients, they take better care of their animals than they do themselves. They put them first.
Sure. You know, I tell a story frequently about a dog that we found running on Cone Boulevard a few years ago. And our groomers went out, brought her in, we got her watered, took care of her, and discovered later that day that she belonged to a homeless man. And he had left her with someone while he went off for work that day just to get, some money to do some odd jobs. And the dog, her name is Tiggy, and so we got involved, and I said, how can we help you? I will give you food whenever you need it. We will help you keep Tiggy so that you can keep working. And he came back to me a few days later crying and said, I really love Tiggy, but I can't give Tiggy what she needs. And I need to find Tiggy a place to be. And in the midst of it, another customer had kind of gotten in on all of it and ended up adopting Tiggy. And so it's been a very special story. We have kept up with Nancy, who adopted Tiggy. Tiggy was heartworm positive, so we have gotten her treatment for her heartworms and gotten all of that taken care of. But the amazing thing is, a year later on Valentine's Day, Andrew, that homeless gentleman, came into our store and brought me a Valentine and thanked us for all the help we gave in supporting him and how much it meant to him. And so these animals are so important to these individuals. It's not like they're standing out there. I think sometimes people are misled about thinking that animals are suffering.
Yes.
But the idea here is that they're really not suffering, and they have great resources with you guys because you guys go out into the community and meet with them. And so you identify who needs things and what their needs are, and you're helping give them services also to help better their own lives.
Yes, that's our main focus, working with the clients and with the animals. The ultimate end goal is to get housing and to make sure that their basic needs are met. And Angie and I, we go out every day meeting people within the community. who are homeless and who need resources.
That's great. Well, and one other leg to all of this, as we began talking and kind of began exploring this partnership, was bringing in our friends from the shelter.
Yes.
And so I reached out to Lisa Lee and Jorge Ortega. Lisa's behind the camera at the moment, loving on a dog. But if you know anything about our shelter, you know Lisa and Jorge. And they both got involved and jumped immediately on board and said, we are down for this. Let's get this together. So the first objective is what we are now doing is kind of recognizing tomorrow, which is, I think it says it on the back, International Homeless Animals Day, which we are turning into kind of an awareness day of the homeless population and their animals and ways that we as a community can really serve that population in a way that's best. As we began meeting and we began talking to Lisa and Jorge, we began learning how many calls our animal control gets frequently about the homeless population having animals and individuals wanting animal control to go out and remove those animals from that home. Well, from that camp, from that tent, from that owner. And the reality is that's not the best course of action because that brings that animal into our shelter system when they already have an owner that loves them, they're being well fed, and they have appropriate medical care. And so really what we're hoping to do is to educate our community here about ways that we can better serve this population instead of calling animal control and reporting them for having animals. What we need to do is say, how can we help? What can we do? What kind of things can we give that can make sure these animals get to stay with their owner to make the life of that owner more enriched? And so let's talk a little bit about statistics. We have Miss Angie coming in here.
Okay, so between me and Jessica, we have about 60 clients, and we serve between 6 and 10, which is the average for the census that we got for the national. Let me check my cheat sheet. Yeah, National Coalition of the Homeless. It estimates that out of the homeless population across the United States, 10% of the homeless population has animals. So we're right on track for that. But there is, and I also was checking for any type of other documentation and statistics. There's also no statistics that the pet owners abuse their pets, and they do actually take very good care of them. And that's why we're there. You know, we're able to help anybody that we can, but also their pets as well. And basic needs. That's why it's so important for our partnership, and also with the animal shelter, because we cannot do it by ourselves, and we can't do it without you. We can't take care of all the humans and all the animals, but we can definitely do it together, and we're so fortunate for that. But thank you so
And so
much.
you guys cover both Greensboro and High Point.
Well, it's Guilford County.
Guilford County,
Yeah, it's
completely.
Yeah.
But so you're servicing a very broad area.
Yeah.
About how many people are in your program? People, not animals, but people. I'm making no count on
Yes,
the
no.
spot.
So me and Jessica, at least 60, but that doesn't include Sierra, and that doesn't include Rachel, and it doesn't include Debbie. I don't know how many clients they have.
So, I mean, we can estimate that we have well over 100 people.
I would say
in the
yes.
program, maybe even closer to 200.
Yes.
And so we're looking at probably about 10% of that community are pet owners.
Oh, absolutely.
And have needs for
Absolutely.
pet ownership to take care of these animals more properly.
Yes.
The other benefit that we discussed was making sure that these animals have had their proper vaccines and have had spay-neuter surgery so that we're not adding to the pet population. But that it also makes that the person and their pet more attractive to landlords. So as you guys are working to get them into homes, a landlord is more willing to accept a pet that's completely up to date on all their vetting.
Absolutely. And we're also trying to get connected also with a trainer, because also that's another positive. We can say, hey, this dog's been trained, but that is definitely essential, because it's so hard. for clients to get in it's such a barrier. It's such a
Sure.
barrier to get in housing with clients that have animals, and especially 2 or 3, which
Yeah.
some of them do. I mean, honestly,
Because
let's
you got to
be
think
honest.
of the pet
Yeah.
deposits, if they even allow the animals.
Mhm.
And a lot of places nowadays, that's one thing we're seeing, they don't even allow animals at all.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
And that will deter a lot of people from going
Into a home because
Yeah.
they want to stay with their animal. I know. I mean, I say that all the time.
Yeah. And it's the
I
truth.
love my animals so much.
And it's a barrier too. So we're trying to work also with one-on-one landlords. Be like, hey, work with us. Maybe what can we do? We are trying to do that as well.
Okay. So some needs, if you're watching out there, some needs for this program, and I'm going to tell you guys how you can both help and where you can bring that assistance. But if you're a trainer in our community
That would be amazing.
that would like to be part of this, we would love to have a trainer that can assist, that can work on some of the behavior problems if they need to be tackled for getting into housing, but can also just help give tips and tricks and assistance. So a trainer is a big time need. Another big need would be basic pet supplies.
Yes.
Food, litter, leashes, collars, anything that you consider to be a basic pet supply. Those are needed to give to these owners so that they have pet products to sustain their pets with them and give them a healthier life, so that they don't have to share whatever food they get with their pet. They have pet food to give them. Excuse me. So those are some major ways. Now, tomorrow we are going to be hosting at the animal shelter a rabies clinic. The rabies vaccine clinic is a place that you can bring those donations. So if you are out and about tomorrow between 10 a.m. and 1 p.m.
Yes.
Over on Wendover Avenue, you can drop those by that event, and they'll also be giving rabies vaccines for $10 a vaccine for owned animals.
And if you have your COVID vaccine card, also free vaccines with your COVID vaccine cards.
So Lisa's saying if you have your COVID vaccine card, you get a free rabies vaccine for your pet. So if you don't have the COVID vaccine card, you still want a vaccine, and you're not in the homeless population that they're serving, the cost is $10. So you can still come out and get a rabies vaccine. Very important thing to do in our community. It is the law, and it will save your pet if they encounter a rabid animal. Trust me, you want that rabies vaccine for that purpose. Okay, so Marty has said she won a $100 gift card from our raffle. That's sweet, Marty. I didn't even know you did that, but she's going to donate that. So we will use that to purchase some supplies for you guys, and I'll bring them tomorrow.
Well,
So
thank you,
thank you, Marty,
Marty.
for donating that. That's wonderful news.
Thank you.
So those are all wonderful things that you can do to help assist this mission. And this is somewhat in its infancy stage, I would say. We're just kind of growing this coalition and this idea. But this is the way all of us animal lovers can work together in our community to work for the betterment of pets and their people. And it's just one more step to that. And we do understand that you may have a knee-jerk reaction when you see a pet out with a homeless individual standing on a corner or wherever, walking down the street, wherever you may see them, and think that that animal is suffering. But what we are here to show you is there are community partners that are monitoring those pets.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We go out there, we see them, like, do they need water? Do they need food? How are they feeling? And if we have questions, we definitely hit up our partner, like, hey, this is what's going on. What can we do? Because we want our humans to be healthy, but we also want their animals to be healthy. And that's why we reached out, like, hey, we need to do something. And everybody needs to be healthy, and we're doing the best that we can. But I'm going to be honest with you, most of the pets are happy. They're not going hungry. They have water, but if they need something, and our clients do reach out, hey, I'm low on cat litter. Hey, I'm low on dog food. Can you help me? Hey, we need some water. So they do communicate with us. They really do. They do an excellent job to make sure their pets are okay.
And through this partnership, one of the things that we have done as well is hooked these girls up with the Guilford County Animal Shelter and their donation bank. And so when there is a need, it is on hand, hopefully. When it's not on hand, they then reach to me and I go and find it and make sure it's on hand as well. So it's just a way we can all work together to serve this population. And you can be a part of that equation too. The next, as you may hear, we have some barking friends here in the Guilford County Animal Shelter. So I'll leave you with this. I can imagine every animal lover out there who is watching this absolutely would be heartbroken at the thought of having to give up their pet at the loss of their home. So we can all relate to that foundational feeling of how gut-wrenching it must be to have to lose your home and not have a place where you can have your pet. And we all know that if we had the capability to live in a tent with our pet, we would choose to do that.
Yes.
Before giving them up, because we know that the bond we have is what we both need.
Yes.
And so I invite you, I really implore you to help this coalition and help this mission to give back to these individuals, because we can all relate to what that feeling must be. And it is our responsibility to help them and help our community, especially help our pets. I mean, if anything, let's help the pets. Yes. Mm-hmm. And we will let you guys help the people. But at the end of the day, that's what it's all about for us here at All Pets Considered. And so we are glad to be a part of this.
Thank you.
Thank you for reaching out so long ago.
Thank you for responding.
Thank you to the shelter. I will say that I will give a special shout out. Now Marty's saying she's going to match it and give another 100. But I will say that I know that North Elm Animal Hospital has been in touch with you guys.
Yes.
And I will give them a special shout out today. I know we're working with them on how they can get involved.
They are. Yes.
And give assistance as well. So we'd really like to thank our friends at North Elm Animal Hospital for joining in on the mission too. And, being centered around pets too.
Yes. We're all doing great work.
and we know what hard work it is to be a vet these days, but to be able and willing to give back to the community. And I know you see us all bending over and loving on somebody. You can't really see who this is, but there is a dog down here.
This is Yuki.
This is sweet baby girl.
Yuki
boy.
Yuki girl.
And
she was just groomed.
She was just groomed. She is available for adoption. She's a 1-year-old Great Pyrenees.
So sweet.
And she is beautiful. So I'm going to turn this now onto my phone. Let's see if I can do this and do this well. I can't promise that I can.
Okay.
These tactics. Let's see if I can.
It's looking good.
We'll see here, guys. There we go. Y'all can hear me. Let me mute that one. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so now we are walking around the store, and I'm going to introduce you to a very special dog. And some of the dogs that are long-timers here at our animal shelter. Our whole another part of this mission for tomorrow is to help some of the long-timers over at the shelter find forever homes. And so we have one very special girl here. Heidi, would you be willing to come talk? Oh, let's see if I can. Okay, let's see if I can figure this out, y'all. I'm not sure that I can, but okay. So I'm going to turn it like this because I can't figure out how to switch the camera around. But this is, come here. Hey, Sasha, come here. Come get it.
This is Miss Sasha. She's 7 years old. She's been at the shelter 269 days. She's our longest term current resident. Sweet girl, really laid back, loves the sofa, loves watching Netflix. We just don't understand why she's still here at the shelter. Her foster mom just absolutely adores her. She really loves attention. She loves to be with her people. So you definitely want to, have the time for her because she loves being with her people. Sweet girl. This is pretty much her energy level 24/7. She likes to go for walks, but she's very quiet and sweet whenever she goes out. Really just all around good. She's worked on her loose leaf walking. She's a pro at it nowadays. She's really good. As you can see, she likes to be out. She comes to all of our events. She's a really good, sweet, all around friendly girl.
And how is she with other dogs?
So here, when she's out and about, she gets along with other dogs. You can see her. She goes up to them. She's friendly with them. Her previous owner did state that when it comes to feeding time or sharing things, she would probably do best as an only dog.
Okay.
But in terms of being out and about, seeing other dogs, walking around with other dogs, kind of sniffing dogs, she's done really well with all that.
Okay. Well, Sasha, this is really our hope for you, baby girl, is that you're no longer homeless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're pushing it. We've got Operation Loving Home going on right now. And say it's all about Sasha and getting her home before she reaches 365 days at the shelter.
Yeah,
Isn't that right?
That is just way too long.
It is too long for such a good dog. She was heartworm positive when she came in, but she has been treated and she's cleared. So she is good to just go be a dog.
Well, good. Well, we're going to take you to meet a few more. I really wish I could figure out how to switch this around. I'm sorry that I can't. This is what, flying back on a red eye this morning does for you. Okay, so we are going to meet another available dog at the Guilford County Animal Shelter. I know you think I have a treat. Tell me a little bit about who you have.
Okay, so this here is Lemon. She's a lab mix.
Lemon?
Lemon.
Oh.
So she is definitely all lab. She's very happy-go-lucky, super sweet, very energetic. As you can see, she can sit very well.
Yes, she
She
can.
is very highly treat motivated.
Good girl. How old is she, you said?
About a year and a half. Maybe.
Okay.
She's very young.
Yeah, she is. Lots of energy, huh?
Lots of energy, but
And how long has she been at the shelter?
She came in on June 30th. So she's been at the shelter about 2 months.
Look at that. Look at that.
Look at her.
She's so
Wonderful. I mean,
Yeah. She did great with agility. Look at her. Well, Lemon, we hope you find a forever home. Okay, and now we have the sweetest. So, hi guys. We're going to move on to ones that have a little bit of age.
This is
This is
Mimi.
Mimi.
Mimi is 10 years old. She's been at the shelter for several months. So she came with another dog, so she's dog selective.
Okay.
And she's a couch potato. She's really laid back girl, really treat motivated. She's affectionate. Probably at home with no cats. But she's just very calm and gentle, and she's a very sweet girl. She's quiet.
That's the nice thing about those golden years. They call them golden for a reason, right?
Laid back chick. I like her a lot.
She's great. And talking, who has Mimi, that's Elaine, who is our behaviorist out at the animal shelter and helps so much with navigating the different behaviors we get into the animal shelter. Because as you might guess, there are a lot of behaviors to navigate and help them work out. So we are thankful for you, Elaine. Well, Mimi, we hope you get a forever home. Okay, now we have another one. Hi.
This is Zaza.
Zaza, what a great name. And
Also 10 years old.
you would never know that Zaza is 10 years old.
She's got a lot of pep to her. Speaking with another dog as well, and she's been very friendly towards other dogs at the shelter. She's heartworm negative,
Okay.
and she's also you know, she is very affectionate, and she has times where she just wants cuddles, but she's also good for, you know, if you want to walk her around, and so she still has a lot of energy left to her.
Yeah, she's really been pretty spunky.
Yeah.
Tell us about her shoulder.
So she had to get a mass removed from her shoulder, and it came back as a cancerous mass, but we
Okay.
feel like we got the margins.
Okay.
But she'd have to go to the vet because, you know, it can always come back and just
Sure.
keep tabs on it. But she's a very, very sweet girl.
She's a sweet girl who needs a very sweet angel. So, you know, these are things that people sometimes hop over dogs because they're afraid of it. But it's a very, very good thing that you have such loving people around you. We're going to find you a forever home. Yeah. You're a sweet baby. Okay. And then, I guess, did Elaine walk out with, Lisa. Oh, okay. Yuki had to go potty. Okay. Well, I think that's everybody today. We really appreciate you guys joining us. And I really hope that you will come tomorrow between 10 and 1 at the Animal Shelter on Wendover Avenue. If you cannot make that event and you still want to donate products or still want to help, you can reach out through this thread. You can reach out to me here at All Pets Considered, and I can get you in touch with the appropriate people. The other thing you can do is bring pet products by our store or purchase them from our store, and we'll give you a discount. And we'll be happy to make sure they get to the right people and get to the right places and get into the hands of the individuals who are in need. So we have so many different community outreach programs going on. We're so lucky to have that for the pets in our community through the Meals on Wheels program at our animal shelter. And now this program is all about supporting the pets the best we can. And we're all very lucky to have that here in Guilford County. So we truly appreciate you guys joining us. And Marty, thank you so much for the $200. We'll put it to good use, I promise. You know we will. And we are working as well to get some donations for our animal shelter. I'll go ahead and give a plug for Elaine. She is in need of Kongs, Nylabones, Benabones, any kind of enrichment toys that can be used in the kennels. Not plush toys, but safe chew toys, activity toys that they can use in the kennels, and things to stuff them with. So like peanut butter, pet safe peanut butter. Okay, we'll do one last shout out to another so you guys can see her better.
This is Yuki.
This is Yuki.
She is under 2 years old, so 1-year-old Great Pyrenees. She just got this beautiful bathe and groom by one of Allison's groomers, Victoria, who did an amazing job on her. Super sweet personality. She's available for adoption.
And I understand that she came in really
Matted.
and very dirty.
Very dirty. She smelled terrible. Very matted. And look how beautiful she is now. Beautiful and white.
And they said she was a great candidate for grooming.
Yeah, very, very sweet. She did great. She likes to go for rides. In the truck, so no problem there. And just a very gentle, sweet personality. She'll beautiful dog.
And let me see, where did Heidi go? Oh, she's over here. Heidi, real quick.
Yes.
If they are interested in adopting any of the animals that we have featured today, what do they need to do?
So all you need to do is go to petadoption.guilfordcountync.gov. You can go there, and all of the information on how to adopt is there. You can also directly message us through our social media. You can write in by email, and you can give us a call at 336-641-3401, and we can answer any questions or anything you guys have there.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for joining us. I really appreciate you being here with us and following through and listening to what we're up to. And we hope to see you tomorrow out at the animal shelter, or feel free to swing by either one of our locations and leave donations. Thanks, everybody. Bye.